want to bring in our panel now. Brian Claypool is a criminal defense attorney. Brian, people in the town where Hardin was police chief are definitely on edge. The sister of the person he was convicted of killing said her heart just sank when she heard the news of his escape. There's a real chance this guy could hurt somebody.
Yeah, hey, Elizabeth, great to see you again. Absolutely. I mean, one thing that was done right here is law enforcement contacted that woman, and they contacted a couple of witnesses who testified in that murder case. And by the way, for your viewers, this guy shot somebody in the head with a gun. So why was he in a medium security prison? And my feeling is this clearly has to be an inside job, because he was wearing, Elizabeth, a uniform that doesn't mirror what others wear if they work in that prison. I mean, hello, that's a massive red flag as well. And look, they've got to look at surveillance video as well. I've had a couple of prison cases for use of excessive force, and we always subpoenaed the surveillance inside the prison. And I will tell you, there is a lot of surveillance video going on inside that prison. That's the first place I think they start to try to reconstruct how in the world he walked out of that prison.
Brian, the prosecutor who helped put Hardin behind bars calls him a sociopath with no moral core. Pretty strong words. And as you just pointed out, the details not only of the murder but also of the rape case, you know, when you read them, it's gruesome.
Yeah, it is. And he raped an elementary school teacher as well. I mean, this guy is a monster without question. I'd go further than a sociopath. He literally is a monster. But for him to be able to pull this off, Elizabeth, it's almost like he might have some kind of mesmerizing effect, having been in law enforcement, right? This is an anomaly. This is a guy that used to be the chief of police in a small town, and now he is incarcerated. And did that somehow lead to him kind of brainwashing some of those folks that worked in the prison, and also some of the inmates, to facilitate him getting out of prison? But look, there's got to be, in my opinion, too, an independent investigation of this as well. You got to get an outside, maybe a state attorney general's office,
right,
to get to investigate this.
All right, I need to switch gears for one moment before I let the two of you go, because I want to have you both weigh in on this absolutely insane story out of New York City. Police say a man, a cryptocurrency billionaire, escaped from a swanky Manhattan townhouse after he was allegedly held there for weeks by kidnappers who brutally abused him trying to get the passcode into his crypto wallet. Police say it was a twisted effort to steal the password from his Bitcoin fortune. 3 people are now under arrest. They reportedly tied him up. They shocked him with electrical wires. They pistol whipped him. They even used a chainsaw on his leg. It goes on and on. First of all, Brian, this is extraordinary, but this is not the first crime like this we've seen. There have been a series of kidnappings in Europe of cryptocurrency millionaires and billionaires who there have been attempted kidnappings or actual kidnappings of.
Yeah, Elizabeth, there has been. And can you say desperation? That's what kind of people we have that are doing this. Both of these suspects who were arrested had financial problems, right? And I think that's the consistent fiber in these kind of cases. But look, Elizabeth, at the end of the day, these two that have been charged are potentially facing 60+ years in jail. I hope they were charged with what's called kidnapping in the first degree. That's a Class A felony. What is that? That's when you hold somebody hostage and you physically harm them and you seek ransom. They wanted him to give up his Bitcoin code so that they could take his Bitcoin. So that's ransom. That carries 15 to 40 years. And then you've got assault in the second degree, which carries up to 25 years because they beat him as well. And then they should charge him with another crime called menacing in the second degree as well.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that? That's death threats. They threatened to kill him, his family.
They dangled him over the edge of the rooftop of the building. I mean, threatening to drop him to the sidewalk below. This is insane when you read the details of what they did to this man.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And these prosecutors need to send a message too. I mean, this guy had to run for his life. And also there's a false imprisonment charge as well.
Yeah.
4 charges should be on the table, and they should be seeking the most excessive sentence possible. That's the only way we're going to start beginning to stop these kind of heinous crimes, Elizabeth.
Brian Claypool, always great to talk to you. Thank you.